Hello! This episode picks up from the last, in which I created not only a new page category, but also a sample entry for my local instance of Edgar's Maya art page. Now I start up my servers to run the testing app through localhost. First, the page for browser view, and in the second tab, the server for my photos folder. In this final part of the trilogy, I will walk through the steps to remotely access my website host services. I will update the production database and upload new photos through the Tapanco app. Loading the page defaults to the Mesoamerica side and the Olmecs set, which I then switch to the Maya database. I declared new PHP classes to connect to the live server, to which I add the content for the Cancun section: title, meta content, abbreviation, and even the preview picture for social media sharing. The data for the new page were added to the table, but there are no associated items available yet. Upon turning to the live site, we can also see that the link doesn't exist yet either, which I will add toward the end of this run. Now that the Cancun category is ready, I can populate it with entries. I begin with photos I took at the site of El Meco, north of Cancun. I talk more about the Maya archaeology of this region in another video. I will be posting 2 photos for this entry, available with the form. For this one, I chose a front view of the central pyramid and the detail of a small temple at its corner. I also supplied the requested data for the images to upload, the title, the description, where I shot the photos, and other necessary content. The site and category are already provided from the drop-downs at the top corners. I submit the form, and the page responds with some basic info to the app: ID, title, source, and the first uploaded photo. So then I check the view on the live site. Hey, the video entry is there, but where is the one I just made? It took some digging to find a bug that had been sitting in the code. The code was already handling the first entry for page checks, then looping the rest for the display. I fixed it, and the El Meco posting now appears first, where it belongs. I also added a few more entries to make the list more complete and presentable. Clicking the thumbnails opens the larger images, with titles at lower left. The embedded video is also playing correctly with sound. All of the pages on the Maya Art website follow this template. I am ready for a final test, and it is the sculpture head from El Rey featured in the last video. So I provide the details, cross my fingers. Post failed. Why? It turns out that I had misspelled a variable in the receiving file. I also fixed some issues with the handling of 1 or 2 images. Then the upload succeeds. It also appears on the live instance of the page. For sanity checks, I click a few more thumbnails from the site of El Rey. The final step is to link the Cancun page from the Cities and Regions menu, which we saw earlier in this video. In the code, I add a new div element for the link. I provide the link, thumbnail, and title content for the Cancun page. I also changed the styling rules to show the 4 thumbnails in a single row. This uses basic styling rules from the Bootstrap 3 library. I reload the page. Where's the thumbnail? I misspelled the reference with a dash instead of underscore. With this fix, the thumbnail and link are good to go. These images are live on the Cancun section of Edgar's Maya art page, which I link in the description. With that, the final phase of the Tapanco app to remotely access the production site is complete and working. So this installment is done. Please subscribe to the Eye of the Serpent channel for videos on the Native American cultures of North, Central, and South America. Your Patreon support goes toward research, travel, and production. Thank you for joining me through this demo, and good roads.